Let's see. Clear the blockage.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Who has the...
I'll watch your back.
And do you have it? Yeah. Light on Sela. $80?
I hope you appreciate this.
Composite longbow. Lead. Oh, unidentified, of course. But 20 plus 8 for the 11 plus 9. I'm pretty sure it's And that is it, nothing else. So I'm guessing the store owner left with the Quasit. I thought we were gonna find them in the basement. Who dismiss? Okay, so does this only work on? I just want to dismiss the light.
Open your heart to me.
A bright future awaits us.
I guess. Back to the street we go. I think we were going this way. I think we read this as well. Yeah, we did. I can't believe I used the arrow already. Bring me in. He still has the invisibility. The golden curled Asimar greets you with a graceful bow. So you found me. I have nowhere else to run. I am at your mercy. Kill me if you wish. But I ask you, hear me out first. Did you really know about the demon attack before it happened? I did. We have a secret ally in the enemy ranks. No one knows who this brave soul is, but she has been feeding us information about the demon's plans. These dispatches have come to us by the most reliable channel bestowed upon us by the great dreamer herself. They have come to us in dreams. Prelate Holren brushed them off as meaningless reveries. And, well, I admit that it isn't always easy to distinguish our allies' messages from ordinary dreams, but even ordinary dreams are gifts from Desna and are always worthy of attention. The prelate and all the Crusader leaders, for that matter, should have put less store in reason and more intuition, inspiration, and more in intuition, inspiration, and spontaneity. What's more, not long before the attack on the city, a blind elf who calls himself the Storyteller arrived in Canabras. This wanderer wasn't merely a collector of legends, but a scholar of the unknown. According to him, the ward stone in our city, the first and most important in the chain of ward stones, weakened since long ago, was teetering on the brink of corruption. It seemed that the Red Morning Massacre and other demon attacks, even the ones we fended off, did not leave us unscathed. Unfortunately, the prelate did not wish to listen to the storyteller either. We're lucky he wasn't burned at the stake as a heretic. We had such vital information on our hands, information that could have saved the city, but no one cared to listen all the way to the catastrophic end. Tell me about the strange ritual that was going to be performed. Tell me about the strange ritual that were going to be performed on the ward stone. Romium looked slightly abashed. When my attempts to open Harvan's eyes ended in failure, a few of my adepts resolved the matter into their own hands. They did not consult me before doing so, but I have never demanded iron discipline from my priests. Army commanders may have subordinates, but I have pupils and fellow worshippers. I can only aspire them. I cannot command them, and it seems they were inspired all on their own. In other words, you get to preach whatever you want, and you don't have to take responsibility for your flock. You already got it made. Okay, Lan. For pity's sake, how can I be held responsible for the actions of others? These are not children we are discussing here. They are grown adults, endowed with their own free will, praise the goddess. Of course, we all help one another, but in the final reckoning, each of us decides how we will act, and each must answer for their choices. They had no ill intent. They only wished to access the ward stone in secret and tried to cleanse it. But to Harvard, this became perform a suspect ritual after hearing even more suspect voices in their dreams. The children wanted to save their city, but the Inquisitors detained them and almost killed them. I had to intervene. I used my authority and my power as a cleric to give them a chance to flee. If they hadn't got away, they were destined for a cell in the prelate's dungeon and quite likely death. Why are you and Horan feuding? Oh, I'm not feuding with him. I sincerely wish only the best for the man. In an ideal world, he'd be far away from the front lines enjoying a peaceful retirement. But even if that isn't possible, I have always tried to help him fulfill the mission he had taken upon himself, and to which he has proved fatally ill-suited, protecting Canabras against the demons. Unfortunately, he is convinced that the followers of Desna are heretics and saboteurs. He refused to listen to me, and it was only the nightly orders that deterred him from including us in his witch hunt. Now there is clearly no one left to stand in his way. He is finally free to get rid of us once and for all. Is there any chance you can resolve your conflict? I don't know. Harvan's faith is most formidable, not only his faith in Iomade, but in his own infallibility. In other words, he is as hard-headed as a rock troll, but even so, Desna teaches us to never lose hope. Talk to him. Try to explain that we were fighting on the same side. If he attacks you, disarm him, bind his hands, but I beg you, if it is at all possible, please do not kill him. Not all dreams have benign origins. What if those dreams were sent by demons? In a different time and place, someone perhaps could have become the victim of false dreams sent by monsters, but here, in the world with the abyss, the goddess is keeping an eye on her most faithful followers. I have no doubt that if a demon tried to intrude upon the dreams of any of us, Desna's punishment would have been swift. Why haven't you left this place for somewhere safer? Because people might need help, and they will come to the temple in search of a priest. I will not hide away in a hole, saving my own neck, while Canabras is full of people suffering in the wake of demons' attack. I have to go. Wait! 3 of my adepts are hiding somewhere in the ruins of the city. The ones the Inquisitors wrongly accused of treason. I beg you, find them and protect them against the demons and vigilantes like Horan. They will not rest until they find them. If there is anything else you can do for Canabras, could do to save Canabras, please do it. So, Oh crap. Ew, stranger, wait. You spared Ramian despite what the mad Inquisitor told you. The young voice comes from nowhere. Oh, hang on. I forgot to remove the spell. I hope Conrum's dogs aren't lurking nearby. A pale youth materializes before you. His face looks haggard from the lack of sleep, but he is clearly pleased to be speaking to someone. So you're one of the adepts, the designated adept that tried to break into the Wardstone? Yes, I am out. Out. Ice, cleric of Desna, and one of the people who answered the call of the voice in dreams. Some unknown person made contact with us through our dreams, telling us about the demon's plans. We learned that the demons were planning to attack Nabris and do something terrible to our Wardstone, which already carried the taint of corruption. Prelate Halvern refused to heed our warnings. We had to make a choice. We could either throw up our hands and pull back or take action, even though it could cost us our life. But what heartless person would stand in the face of such a deadly threat? What were you planning to do to the Wardstone? The young man hesitates. Our plan was to get it and then follow our instincts. There were 3 of us, a cleric, a mage, and a bard. Between us, we know a lot. We're capable of a great deal. If we had enough time, I'm sure we would have figured out what's wrong with the Wardstone and how to heal it, but they didn't give us time. Yeah, they're young. No plan. Head in. Yes, the local commanders got roped into dealing with this. Some idiot kids trying to break into the Wardstone, apparently some of ours, but who even knows these days? Sela sighs. I know there's no evil in you. I can sense things like that. But what you did was so stupid and impulsive. Someone could have gotten hurt. I know from experience. So you lot decided that you needed to do something right away. So you did something right away. Great work. Lane gives a sarcastic round of applause. Like the city authorities would have done a better job. They weren't going to do a thing, even though it sounds like they knew about the danger. All they knew was that some crazies had some weird dreams. But anyway, it's a little late to be trying to pin blame on people. How did you even come up with such a plan? How could we not come up with a plan? You sense the young man's temporizing. Listen, Desna is the goddess of luck. But luck, as many lay people would understand it as luck as we, the followers of music and of the spirits, see it, are far from the same thing. Our other people believe that luck is something good that falls into your lap just because, Other people believe that luck is something good that falls into your lap just because, like a generous but unearned reward. We see luck as the fundamental law of creation, according to which even in the darkest hours of the most hopeless situation, a chance of rescue and chance for the better can arise. But you've got to seize this last chance when it presents itself, or better yet, create your own. Followers of Desna are not people who like idleness and inaction. That's why when Canopus was in trouble, we did as our goddess had taught us. We took the matter into our own hands and tried in a moment of desperation to pluck our chance from the hands of fate itself. How could a zealot like Harvard become the respected defender of Carnabras? His faith is strong, incredibly strong. The people of the city have seen him fighting on the front lines time after time. I myself remember feeling dumbstruck the first time I saw this gruff old man slaying demons in a fit of righteous fury. The people living on the edge of the abyss need protecting more than anything else, and that's why they are prepared to forgive their protector about anything, even prejudice, paranoia, and the death of innocence. Also, Harwin hasn't been as brutal as he used to be for a long time. He has his lawyer right-hand man, Leoder, known as Hawkblade. He's a witch hunter too, but a good deal more rational and even-tempered. Harwin trusts him completely, and Leo Lighter, Leoder Lighter, Lyoder always conducts a thorough investigation before dragging the victim to the fire. It's our bad luck that Lyodor left Canabras in pursuit of some particularly vicious hags 2 weeks before the attack. If he were here, he wouldn't have let Horum attack Remian. On the other hand, if he were here, we wouldn't have escaped after trying to get to the Warstone. We'll be in a cell right now. Whose voice have you been hearing in your dreams? Nobody knows what it is, but everyone who has heard her, I should say, is convinced that she is a good and pure soul chosen by Desna. We have a choice. We can trust her, accept that we have an ally somewhere who isn't afraid of all the armies of the abyss, or we can drown in suspicion, and get one step closer to becoming just like Horum. We decided to trust the voice, and seeing Canabras devastated, which is what our unknown ally tried to prevent until the very end, I can see now who had the truth on their side. Where are your fellow worshippers, and how many of them are there? Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know where they are. We split up to confuse the Inquisitors who were chasing us. Do you need help? Desna teaches us to trust and last-ditch chances. Listen, my friends are called Aranka and Thol. Thol the Wallflower. Anoko is an amazing singer and a beautiful girl. She has plenty of friends and fans. She's probably blended in a crowd somewhere. Wallflower is a mage, but I don't think he'll risk using magic. It will only bring the Inquisitors down on him. He'll be harder to find. You'll better find Aranka first. She might know where Wallflower is. Please, find them and protect them against the demons and the Inquisitors. I will await news in the goddess's temple. I hope our mysterious helper will send us a new message that will reveal what is to come from the demons. I have to go. Go. May Desna be with you, stranger. Save. So we did Stolen Moon, a divided city, secret passage. Gotta find the banquet and help the people in the mansion. Gotta go back to Defender's Heart for this. Feud of the Faithful. Try to convince Horum to leave Ramian in peace. Thieflings. That's with the allies. Find the storyteller.
We march ahead.
That's 1 out of 3. Hear me. Take heed. The hordes of the abyss march on Canabras. What is this? The Warstone is their target. They must not be allowed to capture it. The consequences will be disastrous. What was that? I need to figure out how to get rid of that.
Our path leads on.
There's a crusader somewhere.
Can we retreat already?
What is your Ojo speed? What is this? Has to be a bug. Come on. Evoker. Just get the evoker.
Make every strike count.
Distract them for me.
One down.
You are today's sacrifice!
IT. Go.
In the middle.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
We shall overcome!
Time to share your treasures.
And
Go for their hearts!
she keeps hitting two. Oh. Let's just go in just in case there's someone who can identify. altar of Desna, goddess of luck, patron deity of travelers and dreamers.
I stand ready.
Keep forgetting I have this. Nice. Can you identify? Oh. I had another vision from our mysterious helper, but she said the same thing as before about the attack on Conabras. I mean, why don't you have scrolls or anything?
I will guide us.
Alright. So now we're going back. I have no idea. Let's go here just in case someone's up. Actually, I'll take that back. This was the house. Let's go there. Go back to the...
We will prevail.
I really hope this is the centipede that we kept seeing in our combat.
You won't survive me.
Cover me, all right?
Would have had something. This. Is she in medium encumbrance? No, she just has hard. Her movement is just speed is just crap.
endure this!
Alright, and one left. What are you doing? Oh, we forgot to read this one. This is from Desna Temple, Fanfare of the Faithful. As soon as the supplies for the festivities have been brought into the city and the heralds have spread the news throughout the localities, the celebration began. Thousands of Canabrians took to the streets to hail their sword defenders. Trumpeters and drummers opened the procession with the orders following behind the crusaders, brethren with their gleaming steel and their banners flying high. The first to come were the ever-bright crusaders, the most virtuous and righteous of all Canabra's defenders. So deep were their devotion that, even confronted with the shouted greetings and the glinting of adoring eyes, many of the knights began to pray as though attempting to ward off sinful pride. Leading contingent and flanked by higher-ranking crusaders were the artist commanders, the esteemed Sierra Cobalin, who is a father to his soldiers and a mentor to his recruits. Next came the Order of the Flaming Lance, those indefatigable persecutors of evil and vice. Renowned for their doggedness and fortitude, the heavy shadow veiled the faces of those crusaders who too often have witnessed the monstrous nightmares of the world wound, and who daily risk their very souls in service of the vulnerable and defenseless. Commander Miamir, famed for her scholarship and sagency, marched with the order's ranks and file. The procession continued with the Crusaders of the Sunrise Sword. At the sight of their banners, many in the crowd began singing songs and ballads composed long ago by the valiant souls of this order. The sparks of inspiration that once breathed life into poetry and odes have grown amongst the members of this order into a blaze of righteous purpose, which have allowed it to wage war against the abyss, and with even greater success. Asha Strager led his order, nodding to the welcoming crowds. Also in evidence among the pennants of the order were those of the Inquisitors, the followers of Prelate Halram, relentless witch hunters who devote their days and nights to punishing traitors and heretics. Bringing up the rear of the parade, under the command of Erebeth Tirablade, was the unassuming Eagle Watch, who applied their talents to sniffing out enemy spies in the city. The Eagle Watch was the humblest of all the order in attendance, surpassed by all the rest in both size and splendor. Proceeding past the gates, the cavalcade made its way through the city streets to the guard of honor, waiting to greet the noble heroes along with Thorindalev herself in propria persona. We already did this. Oh. By the order of the Commander Therablade, we are searching the city and helping the wounded. The Eagle Watch will not abandon its post, no matter what. So the Eagle Watch is in yellow and white, basically. I think this is where we started. Citizen. Red hair. My sister's house stood there where the pile of rubble is now. Good guys. There's no way she made it out, is there? I used up my healing powers for the day. Oh, I should have prayed harder to Ioma Day. By the order of Commander Tirabade, we are searching the city and helping the wounded. Okay, which way did I start? So we are now going this way. The inner walls of Canabras, which encloses the city center, now lies in ruin.